So now we're going to talk about the root chakra, also known as the base chakra or the first chakra. This is developed within our first year of development. This is our root and our anchor and our foundation. If our root chakra is off, everything else becomes shifted. So we have to go back to the root, back to our roots, our family roots. This is what brings up ancestral curses or generational curses. There's a lot, so I'll go deeper into that in a second. But there's a quote that I love to use by Saint Teresa of Avila, and it says, "All things must come to the soul from its roots, from where it is planted." And this is a perfect example of the root chakra, because we have to go here to understand what is it that created our foundations, that has manifested the life that we have now. So this is our root to the connection of Mother Earth, Mother Gaia, our feminine energies, our divine feminine energy. And yes, as men, not as men, I'm not a man, but men also, as well as women, we have to be able to connect with our feminine energies. Everything is balanced, everything is yin yang. So our feminine energy allows us to be able to come into our energy of wisdom, this is what allows us to be empathic. This is what allows us to create abundance for ourselves. So this is definitely really important. So the root chakra is located right at the base of the spine, and right in the groin area. So this governs the physical energies, and it relates to our stability, our safety, our family connections, our ancestral roots, our finances, our career, our home space, and our physical health. It's responsible for our fight and flight responses. When our survival is under threat, this is when our fight and flight will kick in. So it's important for us to have that imbalance, because we can end up reacting in wrong ways, or ways that we don't need to be acting, if our root's not in balance or in check. It also governs our instinct, our security, and our survival. So this is our need for food, our necessities of life. If anyone knows about Maslow, and his hierarchical system, this is also connected. The chakra system is also connected to this. So this is our primal needs, our need for food, shelter, survival, and safety. It's also connected to our innate primal instincts, so our sense of smell, our clairsentient abilities. And so this is one of the telepathic abilities that we're going to awaken within this course. And in indigenous cultures, this is how they'd be able to track you, just by smelling the ground. So this is a beautiful, beautiful ability that we've always had, just that we've forgotten how to use. So the indigenous cultures, they were very, very grounded and very, very connected to their root chakra, because they were always exposed to the earth. They had their hands in the earth. You'll find that a lot of people that work with the earth, so gardeners or anyone who works in a lot of earth energy, you'll find that they're very, very grounded and very, very down to earth. So once we begin to understand our connection to this planet, then we'll begin to understand what I like to call our 5 divine truths. Who are we? What are we meant to be doing? Where? How? All of that. So this is our foundation of all of our truths, and the foundation of everything else that we can then stand on. So this is, again, who are we? What are we meant to be doing? This is how we begin to expand into our awareness, expand into our ability to heal ourselves, and expand into the ability to manifest through our root chakra, through our ability of just feeling like, I'm here, I'm deserving, I'm sovereign. It's amazing. It's beautiful energy. So the root chakra is also the place where we make decisions. So it's important for this foundation to be solid, so that we can allow ourselves to come into a habit of being able to make better decisions. So the root and the root, sacral, and solar plexus our lower three chakras, those chakras are considered more our physical chakras. And this, so our chakra system is split into two systems, as above, so below. And it's the heart, the gateway, that connects these two centers together. And this is why it's important to have our heart in balance, because this allows us to be able to transcend into our higher dimensions or higher dimensions of ourselves. But also, especially with a lot of spiritual people or people that naturally are spiritual, it means that our higher chakras, our crown, our third eye, our throat, our heart, those ones are more active than our lower chakras. Our low three chakras are more physical chakras. So what we're having to do is learn how to integrate more into our physical reality, our physical chakras. So definitely pay attention, because a lot of people, when they come into chakra healing, they shoot up straight to the third eye, straight to the crown. And it's important for us to pay attention to our lower chakras, just so that we can fully feel integrated within our reality and our experience, and fully manifest from our lower dimensions on lower reality, so that it supports our higher chakras. The worst thing is to have our whole system off balance. So our primary consciousness as human beings is grounded in 4 dimensions of reality. So this pertains to physical reality, time, and space. So the first chakra is the energy that centers us to this physical reality, our 3rd dimension. And it validates our connection to this earth. It validates our connection, or our feeling like we deserve to be here. You know, if you feel like you want to tap out and you don't want to be on this earth anymore, definitely probably need to focus on being more grounded, so that you can appreciate where we are and the body that you're in. So we are completely made up of all the elements of the earth, all the elements of the periodic table is also all of the elements that's in the earth, but it's also all of the elements that's within us. This is where as above, so below comes in, because everything else is connected. So the same way, it's for us to begin to connect, or take time to connect with our root chakra. It's almost like taking time to connect with Mother Earth, connect with the earth that you're on, and almost give honor to this earth. This earth is beautiful, you know. Look at the abundance that it gives us, and the fruits and the food and the just everything. We have to learn to begin to appreciate the little things. This is where you're most grounded, and you can just appreciate the smallest things and just be like, that's beautiful. So the same way you'd honor your mother is the same way you'd honor the connection to the earth, and your connection to it. So you are here, you're grounded in your physical reality, in your state of being. There's nothing that can disturb your peace. You're literally in your Buddha mode, like you're just here. So with this being collected to the element of earth, this is again our ability to create stable foundation for ourselves, a lasting foundation and a solid structure within our lives. So this element allows us to evoke material gain. It helps us to create a sense of balance, physically, spiritually, and mentally. It helps with our long-term memory. It helps with our emotional stability, the ability to, if you're not grounded, if your root chakra is not balanced, your emotions, that really is stimulated by your sacral chakra, it's just going to be all over the place because there's no ground for you. So it physically, the root chakra governs your vitality. Mentally, your root chakra governs your stability. Emotionally, your root chakra governs your sensuality, again with your senses, your clairsentient abilities. And spiritually, it governs a sense of security. So what can a blocked root chakra do? Or what can it result in? So feelings of anxiety, nightmares, eating disorders, excessive negativity. If you find yourself constantly being negative, your root chakra is off balance. Greed, not feeling like you're not gonna be able to, something's gonna be taken away from you, so you have to just take everything now. Being stuck in illusions, insecurities, not being able to accept your physical appearance, your body image, if you have any body image issues, constantly living in survival mode, not being able to like financially be secure, concerns over your jobs, over your security, struggle with just doing everyday daily tasks. So a blockage in the root chakra can lead to feeling unsafe. It can lead to fear, constantly feeling that fear for life, fear that you're not going to be able to, your life is not going to be able to change. If you find yourself like really suicidal and continually in a suicidal loop, your root chakra is definitely off balance. Feelings of paranoia, feeling withdrawn from your physical reality, feelings of victimization, any inclination towards violence. If you find yourself easily being triggered and just want to go fight someone, then your root chakra is off balance. Procrastination, defensiveness. So if you find yourself constantly being triggered, constantly being on defense mode, your root chakra definitely needs to be balanced. If you find that you're bouncing from one thing to another, or always in a rush and you can't take time to just absorb and just be still, like always having to focus your attention somewhere, definitely need to pay attention with that root chakra. Any feelings of feeling lethargic or not being able to take any action, this would come under lethargic depression. So that may also link to blockages in your root chakra. So some of the physical conditions connected to a blocked root chakra is anemia, fatigue, lower back pain, sciatica, depression, frequent colds or cold hands or feet. This is where your blood is not able to flow effectively. And it may manifest as problems in the colon, problems in the bladder, problems with ejaculation, okay, lower back, leg or feet issues, male prostate issues, weight loss or weight gain, over or undirected sex drive, or poor immune system, irritable bowel syndrome, constipation. Okay, and with an overactive root chakra, you may find yourself suffering from hoarding. If you find that your house is just cluttered and you can't get rid of anything, that's a root chakra imbalance or being too overactive. Overeating, again, greed, addiction to security. So if you feel like you're always having to reassure your security, having to always be affirmed that you're in your how you look, things like that, having rigid boundaries. Just loosen up a little bit, just live a bit free, like allow yourself to just flow. Being undisciplined is a very, very strong symptom of overactive root chakra. Being disorganized, unable to finish things, feeling constantly angry, annoyance, constantly being annoyed. Everything anyone does just annoys you. Excessive aggression to people and events. If there's always an event that comes up and you just find yourself emotionally getting drawn with the wind and it has nothing to do with you, definitely pay attention to that root chakra boo. If you find yourself always on the defense to people who challenge your authority, it means that you're not secure in your own authority or sovereignty of yourself. Being dependent or on the security of other people, whether it's your job or having specific habits or being codependency complex, being extremely materialistic, being impulsive, an overactive sex drive, and yeah, anger. Major thing. So underactive root chakra may it may manifest as an experience, so feeling disconnected from your body, just feeling like you just don't exist, feeling like you're floating, feeling like you're on autopilot, suicidal tendencies, fretfulness, anxiousness, feeling like you can't settle, poor focus and discipline, having problems in your finances, not being able to maintain boundaries, or maybe not having any at all. Chronic disorganization. You know, a lot of us creators definitely struggle from that, so we definitely need to focus on our grounding. Lack of stamina, so you don't have enough energy. Depression, definitely need to pay attention with grounding. Trouble being able to obtain finances. Again, being unhappy with your body, your size or your shape. And feeling like you're out of control of your life, not being able to gain control. Like, this is your root. Again, this is like, you're here, you're turning up, like not feeling like you can turn up in your life. So some of the activities that stimulate and open this chakra is physical exercise, so being able to be on the go, making sure that you can have a restful sleep. Gardening, as I said, those who work with the earth are really, really grounded. Doing pottery, doing clay, eating any red foods or drinks, and listening to music with deep beats like a drum. Like, that's really, really grounding. I love drums to be able to ground to. So on the next video, I'll be doing a intuitive root chakra analysis, where we'll dig deeper into the root chakra and allow it to talk to us and be like, what's there? What do we need to clear out? What do we need to, what are we setting up eviction notices on? So if you would love to learn how to be able to clear the imbalances and the blockages within this chakra and dig much deeper into this chakra, where we can learn to clear some of the trauma, clear some of the generational curses, some of the things that makes us feel not unprotected, unsecure, and beginning to heal these areas and begin to activate these areas, and then learn to set some goals for this chakra so that we can learn to manifest from this chakra and be more healthy with this chakra, both in body, both in spirit and in mind. So if you would love to learn how to do this, I do have the intuitive chakra healing course that has the meditations that are alongside with this course that will help you to be able to do as I've just mentioned. And you can find this course on my website, www.soul-reconnection.com. And if you go to the courses section, and you'll find the intuitive chakra healing course then. This course starts on the 8th of July 2019 for anyone who's catching this later, but you'll definitely be able to purchase it later anyway. This is just a course that will be there, and it will be for 7 weeks, but for this first week we'll be working on the root chakra. So we'll be really getting grounded, really just clearing some of what we need to clear out, and just bringing some restoration to this area. So if you would love to be able to learn how to do that, definitely head over to my website, and I'd love to see you there. And I'd love to just extend this invitation of healing, of this is my healing journey, and I'm just extending the invitation to you guys, just so you can have the opportunity to have access to some of the knowledge of some of the healing modalities that I use for myself and also within my practice, to help to be able to heal these issues. So definitely check that out, and I'd love to be able to see you on the other side.